Welcome back to the show. You're going to love it. Big news today in the XRP world. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com. Right now, $2.58 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off by 3.4%. Right now, Bitcoin 67,000 plus, 3,500 plus for Ethereum, 112 billion plus market cap for Tether. We see XRP at the number 8 spot, 48 cents right now. And I got to admit it, don't tell Mrs. Backup. I went and bought more XRP. I said it, damn it. I did it. I'm sorry, but if I'm going to see that, that's what I'm going to do. It's not financial advice. I'm just telling you, when I see a 48 cent XRP, it starts to look sexy. I can't help it. I went and got some. Off by 2.6 on the 24 and off by 7.4 on the 7-day. If this keeps up, I'm going to own it all by the time it all turns around. I'm going to feel like Daffy Duck in that cartoon, if you're old enough to remember. Mine, all mine. You know, it's going to be... Oh, goodness. Showing 49 cents on Fiat Link. But trust me, I got it for 48 on Uphold, just in case anybody needed to know. Just saying. That's what I did. 49 between 49 and 51 cents. We'll keep an eye on it. Hey, listen, I do want to tell you about this. It's linked to, look, I know you know this, but look, you guys don't know this part. I want to remind you of something that's happening right now. Kraken is raising $100 million for a pre-IPO round, which I covered just a few days ago. And Bitstamp being bought by Robinhood. What do we know? Crypto exchanges are being acquired and going public. That's what we know. Where could I get an opportunity to buy private equity before any of that happens? Oh, that's right. Kraken and Uphold are available on link 2. How about that one? Boy, it almost escaped me. All you have to do is click the link underneath the video and go get some. It's that simple. What are you waiting for? And look, any of you who are members, you know it doesn't last long. You can never know if they're getting more or not. Make sure you do it. On the last day of May, the total number of XRP holders was 5.2 million. However, within the first week of June, the number has increased by 100,000. This implies growing demand for the token despite the underwhelming price action. That's right. People are watching the fundamental news, not the price. And in fact, if you're watching the price, that's why I went and got more, not financial advice. Reminding everybody of this amazing piece of news we covered yesterday, which is Stock's digital asset blue chip index under the European regulations and global index by leading index provider Stocks has ranked XRP number 3 in their basket of digital assets. We love knowing that. And this here, according to 2024 BNY Mellon Wealth Management Survey, approximately 39% of family offices surveyed are either actively investing or considering cryptocurrency for their portfolio. How about that one? Look at this. Earlier this year from Ripple, This just in. Ripple announced its intent to acquire Standard Custody, and today they are pleased to announce and share that the acquisition is now complete. Learn how this deal further enables Ripple to deliver in building Internet of Value. I think we all know that bringing custody is a foundational block solution for the institutions that are headed our way. Jack McDonald comes in, rightfully so, and says, very excited to share that a part of the deal close, that he will be joining Ripple as the Senior VP of Stablecoins to lead the team bringing Ripple Stablecoin to market later this year, though remaining CEO of Standard Custody as well. So he's going to sit in 2 chairs. He's going to be wearing 2 hats as Senior VP of Stablecoins and remaining CEO of Standard Custody. All right, well, we're not done with this yet. Chad Steingreiber says here to comment to that information happening. He says here on that deal, Ripple closes the deal on Standard Custody and Trust and appoints Jack McDonald as Senior Vice President of Stablecoins, bringing institutions to the XRP ledger, and it's so they can use the stable coin, the Ripple stable coin and XRP, look, you can see it's the everything place. That's what's happening. XRP Ledger is a decentralized exchange also, right? So what does that really mean? Well, if it's the world's first and best operating decentralized exchange, is it really a world decentralized exchange if no one's using it? Exactly. The world's going to use it, right? Crypto Meme Guy says, where is PolySign left after this? I'm a private equity holder, and the silence in the whole PolySign saga is quite disappointing. And he says, what happened to our PolySign investment? This is a great question to Jack McDonald and David Schwartz, because David Schwartz was there too, and Arthur Brito. We all need to know where this leaves PolySign and the private equity holders. I tagged Brad Garlinghouse, so he's aware and can follow the conversation as well. My only thing I can say is, look, I'm happy about what's happening for Ripple and Standard Custody and Trust. I'm happy for Jack and all of those things. And look, as an investor, I know you win some and you lose some, but we need to understand what happened and what is going to happen. Is it going to be good still? Is it going to be bad, right? And I understand with investing, sometimes you're going to lose some, and that's horrible in itself. But if that's what it is, we need to know, right? And if it isn't, what is happening? And where is it in that situation? So, I know that Fortress deal that Ripple was going to do, that they ended up not doing that deal, but they found some things that were wrong in that situation and actually made the shareholders, I believe, in that Fortress deal whole. They actually fixed the problem they found in that and still didn't do the deal, which I found to be interesting. So if that's the case with this, I mean, I think we know that the contract deal that fell through there, here you have a company, PolySign, that was worth, I don't know, however many hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever the valuation was, or more, I don't know. But, they had like a $25 million gap on their contract or something, and this is where we are. Now, I mean, suffice it to say, I think there was enough people and investment just in the people that were directly involved in PolySign that could have covered that gap. So why didn't they do that? And then where does it go from here? We all need to know, and I need to know. Look, I'm a holder just like Crypto Meme Guy is, right? And I probably hold more than most people listening to my channel. So I want to know what the answer is there too. And hopefully it's a positive outcome. And I think in situations like this, it's really tough, right? Because truthfully, you should have a response for PolySign when you're making good news like this, so it doesn't shadow the good news that you've just come out with as it's doing right now. So hopefully we'll hear something from Jack on the immediate front, because he's still the CEO of Standard Custody and Trust. We'll see what happens with that. Here we see Ripple created the ILP and was given the W3C. Oh, yes, they were. And given to the W3C. Anyone can integrate given the access to the XRP ledger. This is the way you need to understand it. Take a listen to Ripple Wellington Scully back in the day laying this down.
So yes, we try to be very clear that we are a private software company, and the solutions that we developed incorporate the capabilities of these open source softwares. Specifically, there are two technologies that we really focus on. One is called Interledger Protocol, and the second one is called XRP Ledger. Basically, the former is kind of like the blockchain technology. The latter is more of like a digital asset, like a crypto asset. And from our perspective, it's not possible for us to succeed to the extent that we can, which would be this kind of ubiquitous internet of value, as a private company, if the software that we're using is strictly proprietary. You really need something like the equivalent of internet protocol, which means that when we go to these financial institutions and we're selling our software to them, the fundamental software that's powering it and the fundamental capabilities that are really unique, that make our software unique, that is open source, which means that if a big swath of the market decides to use Ripple software, but another swath of the market decides to use software from a bunch of different providers, that's okay because it's interoperable. It'd be like the idea of if Google was using one internet protocol and Facebook was using another internet protocol, so you as a consumer would need to sign up for two internets, that's a big pain. That's something that you want to avoid. So it's this idea of like, not just network effects, but a network of network effects, that Ripple's success should lead to the success of other companies that want to kind of contribute to the development of this ecosystem.
Well said right there from Wellington Scully back in the day. Now take a look at this. Apple integration of the Interledger Protocol was facilitated through strategic partnership with Ripple. Ripple's Interledger Protocol, shout out to NFA. Ripple's Interledger Protocol is designed to enable seamless payments across different ledgers and payment networks, which aligns with Apple's goals of enhancing the functionality and inclusivity of Apple Pay. This partnership allows Apple Pay to support cross-ledger payments, simplifying the conversion process between different currencies like USD, Euro, British Pound, and XRP's Ripple cryptocurrency. Come on in, and shout out to Smoke Dog and Mr. Man for that. They tag team that one. And just a reminder again, Apple unveils Tap to Pay between iPhones. Apple is interconnected to Ripple's Interledger Protocol. All roads lead to one destination. That destination is called XRP. Come on in. Let's take a look at this. Now, this happens to be a Bitcoin chart from XRP Crypto, but stay with me. Come on now, stay with me. You're going to like where this goes. I've mentioned many times before that this cycle pattern is mirroring the 2017 cycle B. Right now, Bitcoin is consolidating around the Fibonacci 1.0. This is just like it did in cycle B. In cycle B, we had 4 monthly candles followed by an explosive 5th one. At present, Bitcoin is also showing 4 monthly candles consolidating around the previous all-time high. I believe June will see Bitcoin lingering around Fibonacci 1.0, and July will be an explosive month. By the end of this cycle, I foresee Bitcoin reaching around 173,000 around Fibonacci 1.618. As you can see, highlighted right here, 1.618 is the target. So 173K, excuse me. And shout out to XRP Crypto. But remember this chart from XRP Crypto as well, where he gave a comparison, Atlantic to Pacific line, and looking at the XRP to Bitcoin chart again, and giving some relative comparison price to range of where we might go. Now that he has a clearer understanding that we could see maybe 173 for Bitcoin in July next month, where does that put XRP? Well, according to the analysis done here, and these are just analysis and indicators. It is not a prediction, okay? Let's all understand that. We love what XRP Crypto does and Dark Defender and all the rest of them. So let's not get too hard on them. I love that they share this information. It's amazing. 150K would put a $19.50 XRP at our feet. And a 210,000 Bitcoin would put $27.30 XRP at our feet. So if these targets align and we see 173, we're north of 20 bucks, right? We're 20 to 22 bucks somewhere in there, I would imagine, is the math on that one. Maybe 24, you know. But I tell you something, if this is at all right, oh my, have we got one hell of a summer to finish out. And probably to close out at the end of the year. Because I also remember that when Bitcoin moves, it moves alone, basically, with Ethereum chasing its tail. And then after that is done, when that run peaks, then you see the altcoins kick in. Now, will that be the same thing that happens this time around? We can't really know, right? Because this time around, we're also looking at the idea and understanding that we're going to get legislation at some point. And boy, is that going to be a factor, a white swan in all of this once it does get done. And the legislation is clear that the financial system can no longer just sit back. They're allowed to get into this and play at the level that they truly want to. And for more than a decade, the banking and financial system investment world has been watching every one of their customers run to crypto and come get this stuff. And once they can too, there is no measurable for that. We're just going to have to be here to see what happens. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Give us a follow, digperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone and come on in for next to nothing. That's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.